The offensive line, are they as bad as we thought, or are they actually...
No, they're bad.
So I was just trying to get through to them and
All right.
probably fumbling some words trying to do it, but I think those
all
guys...
All right, now put on Mac Jones post-game.
The thing with Mayo is that they need to let him be the coach, right? They need to let him make the decisions and all that stuff, which I don't think a lot of the decisions he made this offseason.
So we're back. Another episode of the Dan and Ninko Show, episode 143. And wow, do I feel like a freaking horse's ass.
You still have your Bears colors hat on.
Oh, man. How did...
Your hometown Bears.
I mean, dude, it's hard to go against your own hometown. Your hometown Chicago Bears.
You were on the radio in Chicago when you said Chicago,
they asked me a question, who you picking? And I figured road game, Bears had been really close to beating the Commanders. They're one play away, and they completely sucked. And the Patriots did their job. They did good. They went out there. They defensively had 9 sacks. Can you believe that?
Yeah. A lot of sacks.
Got after him. And now the Bears are in shambles. The head coach is probably
fired the OC.
The OC's gone. He's the scapegoat.
For now.
Caleb Williams has like the worst, like over 15-yard completion percentage in the NFL. He can't throw a pass over 15 yards.
They're saying there's
who are you taking
people
if
the team want to bench him?
If you're the Chicago Bears and you go back in time to the draft,
Drake May.
You take Drake May?
Yeah.
What about
Jaden Daniels?
Yeah.
I think Daniels is good, but the problem with Jaden Daniels is he's fragile. Like, is Jaden Daniels going to be able to play quarterback for 10 years?
Who's missed more games, Drake May or Jaden?
Yeah. Do you hear the whole thing with did you see Drake May talked about it when he did the concussion test, that he had to do the balance test, but they did it on concrete or on metal with his spikes on. So he said he was like kind of falling over because it was like on a piece of metal. When you're doing the balance test.
The balance test is stupid because if you could easily lose your balance. I think it's the eyes, something with the eyes. If you follow the eyes,
but I think that's what happened.
And they jot or something. It's either smooth or the way that your eyes move. They can tell if you've been hit in the head.
Yeah.
But I mean, like when you stand on one leg and you look up and you close your eyes and touch your nose, and you're bound to screw something up.
I think it's also you've been running around and all that. Muscles aren't
amped up.
Yeah. Yeah,
but
if you had some Ninko juice in you and some Zins,
no, then you'll be in the hospital.
Yeah,
you need an IV. So yeah, I mean the Patriots. What's your takeaway from that game? What do you think?
I think the Bears are bad.
The Bears are really bad.
Yeah.
Now they're playing the Rams.
Yeah, that looked really bad against the Dolphins.
They look terrible.
Yeah.
So it's home, right?
Yeah,
home game. You got an LA team flying all the way across the country, 1 o'clock game, right?
Yeah.
Internal clock.
They just played Monday night too, right?
Yeah, so short week. Internal clock says, what are they, 3 hours?
3 hours.
So
that 1 o'clock game
it's like a 10 o'clock feel.
Yeah.
So when you're getting up in the morning and eating your breakfast, usually you're normally 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. For them, it's going to be 5.
Yeah.
Could mess you up. I mean, you don't have the energy. You need the Ninko juice.
You need some Zins, right?
How about Schooler getting himself a sack?
Played well. I mean, that's a smart package to have, though. Like, use him as the spy, right?
So, do you think, as of right now, I talked about this with Phil Perry. He had me on his show or whatever. The offensive line, are they as bad as we thought, or are they actually decent? And can you get away with potentially not addressing all?
No, they're bad.
You guys enjoying the show? There's a few ways that you can support the Dan and Ninko Show. First being subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Or you can become a super fan. Go to danandninko.com. First month is 50% off, so it's only $5 to subscribe. That gives you an exclusive chat with Ninko and I on Discord, access to exclusive content, 15% off our brand new merch store, which has some really cool stuff in it, our members-only merch, and you get notified when we have special guests on the show. Like, I mean,
here, listen. From their pressure percentage has improved with Drake May.
Yes, because Drake May, you can't send as many people.
Yes. So are you going to invest or look at maybe just one tackle and improving one spot? And then maybe these guys that are playing
I think that's okay.
Can they grow and can they improve? And instead of being replacements, guys that were from other teams and they come here, they have an opportunity. Basically, I was a replacement. I was a guy, just a tryout guy. Can they create a position for themselves?
I'd be okay with that. I think, because your line's going to get better, right? Because Strange is going to be back at some point soon. You do need to get a left tackle, right? Isn't that like the?
Yeah, you need a left tackle.
You need to draft.
Would you draft a left tackle?
Yeah,
and then now the top 5 picks don't look great.
Yeah, that's the thing is you don't even want to be in the top 5. I don't think there's nobody.
So do you
there.
trade down?
They're not going to be in the top 5. They're like 7th or 8th right now.
Yeah, but I'm saying if the top 5 aren't great,
I would trade
do you
down.
stay at 8?
No, I think you trade down to 15.
Say they finish the year. Say they win like 3 more games or 2 more.
No,
3.
the 10th pick in the draft.
They have the 10th. They got Jerod Mayo because Mayo was the 10th overall.
Yeah, I would trade down to like 20.
And try to get 2 picks?
Yeah.
That's not I would do that.
Yeah.
But it depends on who's there, who's
That's
available.
what I mean, yeah.
Like if you're coming down to the pick and you got.
But here's the thing is your team isn't like a left tackle away, right? There's a lot of spots you need to fill. So isn't it better just to get more, like you have to use that draft pick to fill the quarterback position, right? Because you can't go out and find one.
Yes.
I mean, there's going to be no free agents. There's going to be nothing. It's very hard as you get on the draft to find a quarterback. So you got to use that top pick as your quarterback. You hit on the pick. You won that pick. Now accumulate picks to then start building around this kid and not just freak out and just say, we're going to trade up now and go get a left tackle or anything. Just accumulate some picks. Like you're a bunch of positions away. Get more guys than that, or go in free agency. I mean, I don't know who's available, like left tackle wise or right tackle wise in free agency. I just don't. Everybody keeps saying like you need a receiver, which you do, but you need a tackle first.
You need a tackle.
I'll take that. In free agency, you can get one of these receivers because Higgins will be a free agent.
Number 1 tackle. Wow, my neck just cracked a million times. Number 2, I'm going pass rusher.
I like wide receivers too.
I think you can get a guy in free agency.
But can't you get a guy like Kyle Van Noy for $4 million?
Kyle ain't coming back here.
No, I'm not saying him himself, but somebody like him.
Is Kyle Van Noy a guy that you would want to potentially overpay? Like to come back as a veteran,
but you're not overpaying. Like he's getting like $4 million a year. I'm just saying a player of his caliber, like that.
I would rather go and get like a Max Crosby type guy, like an elite pass rusher, somebody like that. I don't know who's available, but okay, who's that? Karlaftis kid, Kansas City, 56.
Yeah, but he was a late.
He was a late first round pick, but that's a guy that you pick late.
Yeah, but it's
and he
White.
Turns into.
It's Keon White though. Like that's
you need 2. You have Keon, and say you get another piece at outside linebacker, defensive end. You get those guys together because you think Wise in a couple years, like
he's done.
He's going to age out, right?
Yeah.
You have to bring in a couple pass rush pieces that can complement. You can't just have one great pass rusher. I mean, look at what think about Judon. That was a good trade, huh? I think he's got like 1.5 sacks this year.
Everybody was calling for it, though. Calling for the trade.
What's Judon got right now?
I don't think he has many.
Judon.
It also has to do, too, with scheme and all that stuff, too, or in pass rushing.
Yeah. I mean, you go to some teams where they literally say, you put your hand in the ground, you get off on the football, you beat the guy in front of you. And then you go to the Patriots where they scheme stuff up. So he's played 10 games. Ooh, he's got 1.5 sacks.
Yeah.
That's a tough free agent year.
28 tackles, 1.5 sacks, 2 tackles for losses. I mean, that's like a prove it deal, right? You have to get in free agency off numbers like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're more apt to find a pass rusher in free agency, I think, than you are a wide receiver or a tackle.
I think teams need to start. Now, think of it this way. You have certain free agents that come in. Look at the Bears, for example. I think they paid one of their guards that they just released $20 million, $10 million guaranteed. They just cut him.
Yep.
There needs to be more. Think about it. They do analytics. They do all these statistical data spreadsheets on plays and percentages. Why don't teams have psychologists that speak to players and kind of get a feel for what is their drive and want to? Some guys, it's money. Some guys, literally, it's money. Like if you talk to, Ty Law, right? He loved the game, but he understood like this about getting paid, right? Yeah. Like I'm getting paid for my services. You need to pay me accordingly. Then you have other guys that they're so addicted to the game, they'll take less to go win.
Well, that's Drake May. Like if you actually did that, what you're talking about, a sports psychologist thing, right? Drake May would have been the number 1 overall pick. Right, because all the reports for him right now are talking about how. I mean, you can see him in the press conference. You can see him talking. He addressed the team, like he did a lot of that stuff.
They went to a team dinner. They like the all offensive linemen and Drake May. They went to dinner together. Yeah. Right now, I would love to know who initiated that. Was it Drake May? Like, hey guys, I think
the report is Drake May.
Let's go to dinner. Let's break some bread together. Let's become a tighter unit. Let's become tighter here. Yeah. So when we're on the field, you're trying to protect me not only because that's your job, but because we're like brothers, man. Like you don't want me to get strip sacked and my ass kicked.
Well, Brian Hoyer said that Drake May's demeanor reminds him of Tom Brady.
Let's go. Come on, Hoy. Love Hoy though.
Yeah. Hey, did you have that thing I sent you on TikTok, the Drake May thing? I think it's time to play that. Like if you put it up on the screen for Rob to see, because I think he's going to get all excited about that. If you got excited about that Tom Brady,
Tom Brady's been posting some cryptic stuff lately.
Gisele's having a baby with the
No, I don't know about that.
Yeah,
I think. What did he? No, today I saw it and I had to actually like look at it a few times.
He still doesn't follow you, right? The unfollow?
Ninko right there. Follow me.
Oh, is he?
All right. People who want to change, and there's a line of people, and then there's people who want change. And people are going to the window with people who want change. And then there's a window that's empty with people who want to change.
Yeah. You think it has to do with...
No, what's the difference, though? People who want change and people who want to change. Or people...
Everybody wants to change, but nobody actually changes.
Or is it people that want...
Oh, sorry, who want change, yeah, but nobody wants to change.
Yeah.
I think it's more political. What you're thinking, listen to this. This is good stuff. I think he's gonna get all jacked up here between the Zin and this.
Give me a beer.
The music's perfect.
Oh man, we got a montage. Come on.
Patriots upgrading from Mac Jones to Drake May.
Oh, I was there. I was in that end zone. I was literally standing right there. Oh yeah. This is a great song, by the way.
I know.
Madonna. Is this Madonna?
Yeah, but this is the choir version. They did
okay.
Deadpool.
Oh, 50-yard first touchdown throw.
Ooh.
Dotted him. Oh, get out of here.
Take it off.
Whoa, slide. I don't like that.
Isn't the music perfect?
This plays nuts. Here we go. I want to take you there.
I still don't understand 74.
This is a terrible feeling.
Michael Jordan just standing there. Just walking around.
I'm fired up, baby. I got the Zins.
That's it,
dude.
right?
I was ready for more. I want more.
He's been for 4 weeks.
Oh.
The quarterback for 4 weeks.
Oh, are you ready for a beer? You guys enjoying the show? There's a few ways that you can support the Dan and Ninko Show. First being subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Or you can become a super fan. Go to danandninko.com. First month is 50% off, so it's only $5 to subscribe. That gives you an exclusive chat with Ninko and I on Discord, access to exclusive content, 15% off our brand new merch store, which has some really cool stuff in it, our members only merch, and you get notified when we have special guests on the show.
Ooh, what's this one?
Jack Savvy's Banner City Light Lager.
Banner City.
You been watching the Celtics?
I watched them lose the other night.
Yeah, they played really bad against.
I didn't like that court. That's changing, right? That was just for the tournament.
That's for the in-season tournament.
It's too bright for me.
All of them are like that. I don't like the in-season tournament.
I already know I'm going to like this one because it's a light lager. Okay, here we go. Ready? Dan, this is for Dan.
Yeah. That's what you got to do.
Okay, here it is. Oh.
Look, nothing spilled on you.
Let's see. Smell? Test?
Smells
good?
Great.
Oh, yeah, that's lovely.
Oh, that's wonderful.
It's a Thursday. We got Thursday Night Football tonight. Paige is leaving town.
You going to have like 20 of these things?
Oh, that's good. That's good.
So what are you giving it? What's the score?
This is a good drinkable light lager. I'm going to go 7.8.
I'm going 8.72. This stuff's good.
I'm going 7.8 because it's a light lager. It's drinkable.
It's so good.
I like the drinkables.
So good.
We're going to need to make
City.
our own beer. So we have some breweries that want to brew
Yeah, I'm getting close to it.
our beer. We can't say the name, but it's coming, okay? You know what's crazy? Do you go around and people say, hey, I love the Dan and Ninko Show?
Yeah.
I get that everywhere.
Yep.
Last night I went to Greg Hill, did this event. It was like and I never win. I never win these events. It was a wine watches event for Greg Hill, and you put a ticket in, put your name in, and they had this like limited edition. Ernie Bach had this limited edition Rolex that you just put your name in, and at the end of the night, they drew the winner. How about the guy that won? Makes me think it's an inside job. Second time he's won a Rolex. and he works for him. I guess he's a roofer, but I mean, good for him. That's awesome. But he walked up to me, we're talking. I see, he's like, oh, I won this one like last year.
Got one on my ankle too.
No, I'm like, and in my head, I'm like, you really won that? Or is that, thank you, and giving it back?
Yeah.
Because
the bill got cut in half.
Is there like a magnet? So you think you put like a little magnet on one ticket and you put your hand in there and you got a magnet in your palm.
That's like they said with
and it just, hey, the winner is.
With the draft order, what they did one year, they said was, I forget who it was. Maybe it was the Knicks or something like that. Because they put like the envelopes in for the pick and they put the one that they wanted in the freezer.
Yeah.
So as they put it in, you could feel the cold.
Yeah, which one's the frozen ticket? Because I've got a golden ticket. Na, 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 na.
So other news, we don't talk a lot about other sports, but the Boston Red Sox are in the sweepstakes for the number one free agent.
Okay.
Juan Soto.
Who's
projected to get a contract of you sitting down
$700 million?
$685 million for 14 years.
These fucking baseball players.
Fully guaranteed.
Some bullshit, man. Ninko out here just full of tau protein for 25 schmil.
Yeah, but the Red Sox haven't done anything in 3 years for as far as free agency, maybe even longer. They let Mookie Betts walk because they didn't want to pay him. All that stuff. But there are rumors that they're going to meet with Juan Soto this week, either this week or next week. Juan Soto is a huge Red Sox fan because his favorite player growing up was David Ortiz. Because he's from the Dominican Republic.
Tito Ortiz.
So I do think that this is actually real. Most people don't think it's a real thing. They're just putting on a show. I think it's real because I think they've realized they have to win.
What do you think? Do they make this public knowledge of what the Red Sox make in one season?
I think so.
They make, like, what they make?
I'm pretty sure.
So if you look at the two highest paid rosters in baseball, it's the Yankees and it's the Dodgers.
Yeah, but it used to be the Yankees and the Red Sox.
So for them to compete with the Yankees, they got to open up their pocketbook, man.
Yeah.
They got to pay.
Well, that was the thing is, like, when you watch that the documentary, like you watched right on Netflix, during that time frame, that 03, it was an arms race between the two of them.
Yeah, it was.
They would, the Yankees would sign somebody big, the Red Sox would sign somebody big. The Yankees would sign somebody big, the Red Sox would sign. It was an arms race, like nonstop.
I gotta ask our fans.
They had a revenue of $500 million in 2023.
$500 million.
Yeah.
Okay.
The team is valued at $4.5 billion.
$4.5 billion. Billion. Got a lot of billionaires in this world.
Well, because money's more. I mean,
yeah, but it's still, think about just having 1 billion. Think about having just 100 million, a billion, 5, 10. Just Elon Musk.
Think about borrowing money from your
parents. Think about Elon. Yeah,
$7 billion.
Yeah, that's amazing. I wish my dad. Hey, Captain Insano, can I borrow $5,000? Go scratch. That's what he would tell me. Go scratch. Think I got $5,000 grown out of my ass? I'm like, Dad, why couldn't you own Subaru? It's easy. So this is I think back to, this is just my upbringing, but my parents and my dad especially, he's not a risk taker. He doesn't take risk. I think a lot of that has been in my just DNA because of what I've seen. And then my grandfather, Steve Ninkovich, back in like the 50s, him and his partner, he had a friend. They were both, my grandfather was a Nabisco mechanic. So he used to work at Nabisco, and he would do all the machine work, and he did everything. So he had this partner that they started an irrigation company, right? So it was just the beginning of irrigations for homes. And nobody at the time did sprinkler systems. Yeah. It wasn't a thing, right? And I remember he had one of the first irrigation systems at his house, and everybody was like, wow, this is insane. And to get that business going, he had to put up his house as collateral. He wasn't willing to do that, so he decided to get bought out by the partner and just kind of go out of the business. And then that partner ended up in Florida, multimillionaire because that took off.
Hey, you got to take risk.
You got to take risk. Got to take risk, man. But then some people, they put their house up
and they lose it. It's like,
and
they build back up and they do the same thing again.
I know.
That's what a lot of people do. You're just afraid. You're afraid to bet $25 on a football.
Well, I don't believe, like, if it's me playing, which you can't do. Like, I know what I'm gonna do, but I don't know what some of these other,
educated guesses.
Educated guess.
That's why.
Educated guess.
Yeah, that's why when you pick the Bears,
I can't believe that. Well, think about it this way, guys. I am tied to both teams. I'm tied to Chi-Town because that's my hometown, and then I'm tied to the Patriots.
Bears growing up.
No,
you were a Cowboys fan.
Yeah. Well, big Cowboys guy. How about them Cowboys? Oh my gosh. How did Dak tear his hamstring throwing a pass?
I don't know. But
is he out of shape?
He tore it off the bone.
He threw a football and tore his hamstring. I could go in the back and throw 50 yards and not tear my hamstring. How does that happen?
Rotator cuff, you might.
That's not the same. And I'm not competing against Drake.
But tearing that hamstring, it's hamstring off the bone, I think, right?
Yeah, they got to reattach it. They got to go.
But that doesn't work sometimes, though, right?
No, I think it could potentially affect him forever.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Because they have to, like, screw it in, right?
It's not good. You don't. Well, he's not a sprinter. He's not a guy like a running back. So he'll get back and he'll be all right. But maybe he's not a runner, but he could avoid certain things. But the problem is he did it throwing the football.
Yeah, I know. If you're tearing it throwing the football.
You didn't do it running. You didn't do it.
You're not Tyreek Hill like running 25 miles an hour.
Yeah, you literally threw a pass and your hamstring popped off the bone. And you're the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. And your head coach is getting fired. And Jerry Jones wants to get back to the glory hole days. That ain't happening. unless Bill Belichick becomes a head coach.
What do you think about the reports that the Crafts have been calling around the league looking for offensive coordinators?
I wanted to talk to you about this. I think all teams do that. I think they do diligence throughout the season to see who's going to be available potentially. Because you got to think, how many teams right now are going to lose their head coach? 6 teams?
What, between like the coach,
Jacksonville? I'm saying their
firing?
whole staffs are going to be available because they're going to get fired. So you have Jacksonville that's going to get fired. That's going to happen, I bet.
You just look at the bottom of the standings, right?
Cowboys.
Yeah. I'm surprised that hasn't happened.
Giants. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe they keep the Giants.
You're going to have Jacksonville. You'll have
Jacksonville,
the
Giants.
Maybe Vegas.
Raiders for sure.
Tennessee might, even though it's the first
Tennessee
year.
For sure.
Cleveland.
Cleveland for sure. 5.
Carolina might.
Carolina.
New Orleans already fired their coach.
New Orleans is available.
The Jets is already available.
Jets, that's 8.
Then you have Cowboys.
I already put that in there. So you have 8 teams right now. You have 8 offensive coordinators. And you have 8 head coaches.
You can still have the Eagles, too. I mean, they can make the playoffs.
I don't think the Eagles are going anywhere. We'll see tonight.
He's a douche, though.
But 8 guys. So you have to kind of put feelers out. Hey, who's potentially available? And who is the best offensive mind for the future of Drake Maye? Who's going to help develop him? Say you bring in like Cliff Kingsbury, for example. Now he's with the Commanders.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying he's not going in.
Oh.
But I'm saying last year,
yeah,
if you had Drake Maye, maybe he would have looked at that situation and said,
you probably have a few more wins.
You'd have maybe more. Say, I want to see an offense with more movement. They don't do enough pre-snap movement. You think about the Rams, even the Lions.
It's nonstop.
They always are moving. You have a guy moving, motioning, backfields. You know, you have a guy, they start empty. He comes back to home. There's always something, and that makes the defense have to adjust.
Yeah.
I did like they did, a double pass against the Bears?
It was like a double screen type thing.
Double
it was like
screen.
A triple, maybe.
Some type of crazy play. That was something we haven't seen before. I kind of like that.
But I still don't get how you're not doing a lot of RPO.
You got to do RPO. You got to do something. But I would
He's reading the defense well, too. My concern with calling around the league right now is the report that says that the Crafts are calling because the Crafts shouldn't be the one calling.
Well, it's probably not the Crafts calling themselves.
That's kind of what they're
probably
saying.
Somebody
that's what a lot of people are reporting, that it's them.
They're
themselves.
looking for, and then Mayo just came out.
Mayo's call.
Mayo just came out and had support for
Van Pelt.
Van Pelt.
Yeah, but he
said that he's been vital to the growth of Drake Maye.
Kind of has to, though. I don't think they're going to get an OC. I think they're going to stick with Van Pelt. If they win a couple more games this year, I think they're going to stick with Van Pelt, which I think is going to be, it's going to suck for Drake Maye.
I think it depends on who's available. Now, do you bring in somebody as not a offensive coordinator, but somebody that, because they also said that I read that when they had Kaylee in, they offered him a lot of money. I think it was like $3 million a year or something.
Yeah, it's $3 or $4 million a year.
And he turned it down. Didn't have a quarterback. Didn't have pieces in place. But I'm assuming now, if you offered the same contract to him, he would take it.
You gotta have the most desirable offensive job in the NFL right now. I get that they don't have all the pieces there yet, but like you could come in with a quarterback like Drake Maye. You could build your offense. You could build your resume. You could build your career.
Head coach.
Yeah.
Head coach in.
That's what I mean. Like, 2
years.
2 years from now, you make the playoffs, make a decent run. Drake Maye is, top 3 quarterback, top 4 quarterback in the league. You're a head coach.
This is to the media. Can you shut up sometimes? The whole Mayo thing, the biggest issue was created by the media and even ex-players. Like, talking about the toughness thing. All the players were like, yeah, we sucked. We weren't tough. We didn't stop the run. We couldn't run the ball. We couldn't cover kicks.
Yeah.
So you turn on the radio stations and everyone's talking shit on Mayo because why? He talks more than what Bill used to do? And I talked about this with Phil. We had a coach here that was, yes, the best to ever do it. Unbelievably great at figuring out defense and offense and knowing the pieces and where to put them. but he gave nobody anything in the media because that was the way he went about his business. He didn't want to give anybody anything. He didn't want to give an offense or a defense anything when they're playing the Patriots. I don't think Mayo's giving you anything. I think he's just talking more. So you're dissecting every little thing that Mayo's saying. Give the guy a chance. I think he's done a good job with what the roster was. And now you want to talk about the draft. Okay, they get Drake Maye in the draft, 3 overall. Doesn't take a rocket scientist to draft him in at the 3rd. The rest of the picks, I still think it's too early to say that Polk isn't going to be a good receiver after his rookie season. These guys have been going from the day they left college all through the combine, the draft stuff, right into the draft, right into offseason rookie camps, right into a long offseason, right into training camp, right into a season that's double the length.
Yeah.
All while moving to a new place. So cool it with this is a failed draft.
Yeah.
It's not a failed draft.
That's way too early to call.
Way too early.
Like, I mean, that's just stupid. He doesn't look. I mean, it's just stupid. I mean, maybe some of the other picks, like some of like the offensive linemen they took or something like that, maybe you could say those failed. But you can't on those receivers yet. Baker hasn't really been on the field.
Yeah.
And then Polk has been off the field, right, because of the concussion and kind of like the benching. But like, you got to get him in there. The thing with Mayo that's just aggravating is that no matter what he did in press conferences, right, like no matter what he did, they were going to criticize him.
Always.
Right, because he was going to talk too much, not talk enough.
And then everyone was saying how he has to go back and clarify. I knew exactly what he was saying. In 90% of everything that he's ever said, I understand what he's saying. But the media takes it and they automatically put it as a negative that, oh, well, he thinks his players aren't tough, and that's an insult. And if they didn't think I was tough, like you have ex-players that were taking offense to it when it's like, you know exactly what he's saying, but they're on TV, so they have to do that because they want to create a story, because they want to do that. That's their job. I get it. But at the same time, it doesn't make sense. You know what's pissing me off right now? After this election, I have so many calls like this. It's all spam.
Yeah.
Spam calls.
You got a ton of it before the election. And then it's kind of
spam risk. Spam risk.
The thing with Mayo is that they need to let him be the coach, right? They need to let him make the decisions and all that stuff, which I don't think a lot of the decisions he made this offseason. I don't think they were his decisions. You know, and they need to be. If he's gonna succeed or not, he has to be able to do it for himself, not with other people making his decisions around him. So he's got to be able to go out and,
maybe he's got to start telling that. Maybe at the end of the day, this first year, it's his first year as a head coach, and you kind of have to go with the beat of certain drums and not ruffle feathers and not get too confrontational. But maybe at a point, there will be a time where he could just say, hey, like, this is what I want. This is what I need. This is what we need. And there will be maybe a little bit more freedom in that. But he has to get through this season. I think when you look at this season as a whole, we had high expectations. Everyone had high expectations because of Drake Maye. And they wanted him to play week 1. I said be patient.
No, most people didn't want him to play week 1.
I didn't want him to play week 1. But I'm saying the fans.
He was ready.
He was ready to play. He was ready to play after the preseason.
Yeah.
He was the best quarterback to play after the preseason. Now, I understand why you wanted to not put him out there too soon. I get that. But you look at where he's at right now, and, I think Bill was talking about Drake Maye after the Bears game, and he said he's made some plays with his feet. I think he's actually more impressive with his arm talent. The way that
Drake Maye?
Yeah.
His arm's insane.
He's accurate.
Yeah.
He's hitting guys in stride. Like some of those slant routes.
But he's throwing them open though, too. Like,
so at the end of the game, there was that like in route or over route. It was like maybe a 20-yard play. To booty.
Yeah.
That was a really good throw.
It's a rope.
It was a perfect throw.
Yeah.
And I think the most impressive throw wasn't even a completion. It was when he got out of the pocket, was basically out of bounds, still threw the ball, and it potentially, if the receiver didn't go out and
out of bounds
come back, it was a touchdown.
Yeah,
but that's still a throw that like Josh Allen makes. You getting out of bounds.
Josh Allen makes that throw though. That's an interception for Josh Allen.
Oh, he used to, yeah.
You know, with Maye, I mean, he put that ball where only Osborne could catch it on the run. Like, I mean, he was like hovering out of bounds basically, right? Maye, by the time he threw that thing, I think the great thing with Maye is his eyes are always downfield. He will take the run if it's there, but he's always looking downfield to figure out what's going on because he knows his arm talent, right? Like he can roll out of the pocket and be contorted and make a 40, 50-yard throw on the money.
Can you, TJ, pull up the post-game interview? Did Drake talk post-game?
Yeah. Clap it up.
Could you pull that up? Post-game, Drake May?
Oh, it was breaking news. Christian Barmore is practicing today.
Oh, nice. That's good.
And Duggar's back in practice, too.
Duggar's back. All right. Getting a couple of people. I don't think he'll play. I mean, Duggar might, but I don't think Barmore's going to play.
He can't really play, right?
I think he'll practice.
For a week.
Get out there,
next week play.
Start moving around. It's good, though. It's a good sign.
I mean, he's like the best player on the defense.
He's pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, probably Gonzalez is unbelievable.
Gonzalez is, I'd say, the number one, like, impressive defender that they have right now is Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the way he moves, he's a big corner.
He's a big corner. Well. He moves like Gilmore. Yeah. He's got similar moves to Gilmore.
And people flipped on Bill when he made that pick. They didn't need a corner. They didn't need this then. They needed to do this. I mean, can't pass on a generational talent.
All right. I like just to look at the kid's demeanor.
Down, no pads down real quick.
No pads down?
Clap it up for the defense, man. Clap it up.
Okay.
He made them.
There we go.
Let's go.
That defense, what was it like to watch them perform on a day like that?
Man, it's a good feeling sitting over there, as offense, as a quarterback, that type of defense performance. I feel like, all
get the farmer stand.
11 out there at a time, but I know 15,
I miss that.
20 plays.
I miss my farmer stand like that.
And practice this week, man, it's kind of a good taste of what it looks like, what it looked like for me in training camp. And they get after you, mix up shell, mix up coverage, mix up blitz packages. It's pretty cool to watch. And it's good to be on the side of the ball. 12. So I got to make some better decisions and keep those guys in good field position.
Rough start, Drake. You seem like you settled down. You guys had some new packages out there, some bubble screen looks, and getting alignment out. What helped you get in the flow of the game there, especially right before the end of the half, and as you guys ended the game in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, I think being able to run the football. Anytime you're able to run the football on first down, I feel like that was the big thing. Today, credit to those guys up front. Our guys, they played their butts off and run blocking and pass pro. I think being able to run the football, seeing some first downs and some big yards on first downs, kind of helps us throughout the way. And then down there, we had a couple good drives, that we got down there, got down in the red zone, and the Bears are one of the best red zone defenses in the league. So I think there's some throws that I like to have back, and obviously that one, first interception, it's just.
You didn't see
him. So I'm trying to throw it away and got to throw it away farther. But at the end of the day, the defense, once football game, we did just enough.
Drake, the broadcast said that you asked AVP if you could address the offense because you were a little bit frustrated with what you were seeing in practice. What exactly were you seeing that made you compelled to say something? Yeah,
I think just little things. I think just taking, that next step is me being the quarterback and,
I love his kid. I love his. Come on.
That are leading the game day. I think last week I mentioned we had second and third down in the 2-minute drill that we ran it and we couldn't pick up 1 yard. Little things like that, just little detailed and focus.
Come on.
And I think sometimes you get into practice mode where you're just running plays and not really tuned in and trying to execute specific plays. You're trying to just get in a groove of, hey, we're just running plays out here just for nothing. And just really try to challenge those guys and challenge myself to take each play and know that when the game comes and this play is called, it matters. There's so many times throughout the the game you see how much that play can impact the turnout of the game. So I was just trying to get through to them and probably fumbled some words trying to do it, but I think those guys.
That's all I need. All right, now put on Mac Jones post game. Just real quick, I just want to see the post game Jaguars. Just the difference.
We could have played better. And
let's see.
Yeah, I think the defense played great, and the offense we got to do better, and it starts with me. And those guys fought, though, and I really appreciate the team for having my back. Just got to learn from it. No excuses, and I definitely wanted a different result, but I'm going to keep fighting.
Could you take us through the first interception? It looked like you were staring down Gabe a little bit. And
Yeah.
may not have seen the defender in front of him. And on the second one, you did get hit a little bit on the release, so I didn't know how much that
Yeah.
affected the ball.
No excuses. Just go through my reads and live to fight another down, especially in those situations
turn it
on
off.
first down. So nothing that anybody.
The Jacksonville media is pretty easy to deal with, huh? Like, I mean, you threw that second interception. You
I
kind
think
of got
the
hit a
guy
little
touched
bit.
you a little bit there. I don't think you got everything on it. Threw a terrible interception. Anyway,
Yeah.
Drake is a breath of fresh air when even when he loses, the guy just, it is what it is. We got our quarterback for the next 10
Yeah, don't
20
forget
years.
too that Mac Jones is like 4 or 5 years older than Drake May.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder how old he was. Was he like 20? No, I
He was
thought
like
he was
24,
older
I think. 23, 24.
as a rookie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
So
he
he's like, what, 28 now?
No, he's 26.
26. This is his fourth year,
26.
isn't it?
Yeah. So he's 22 when he came out.
22.
Yeah.
Okay.
Drake May was 21. But
the ability to move, I think that's the
and throw on the run.
throw on the
while
run,
you're
throw on
moving.
the run, but also have the velocity.
Yeah.
He can move on the run and throw.
He can throw it.
He
Darts.
can throw.
Yeah.
I want to go play catch with him. I just
take
want.
it-
Did you see?
like a 10-yard
no,
in cut?
this is the best. Did you see Harbaugh dropping the passes?
No.
Type in Harbaugh mic'd up drop pass. I love this guy too.
Can get him some milk?
No, this guy, Harbaugh. Hold on. This is a guy that I would love to play for because you could just tell he's a little bit crazy. Oh man, this is great.
Damn it! Damn it! Balls are coming out good. I suck today. No, you're good. We're gonna get it.
Did you see him?
My bad. Balls are coming out. They're coming out good.
No, there's one where he catches it and then he drops it, and then he's pissed. And he does it every game. He doesn't. I guess he used to beat up the court, like hit the quarterback before the games.
Yeah.
And Herbert didn't know what the hell he was doing. He's like,
Well, it's different than the Chargers sticking a needle in
Yeah,
Tyrod
exactly.
Taylor's puncturing his lung.
oh my god.
So there's a lot of people want to always have offensive coaches in the NFL right now. Like that's like the new thing, like an offensive minded head coach. And this week they're going against an offensive minded head coach. But he hasn't really had a lot of success lately.
I was listening to the radio
McVay hasn't
on the
really,
way in, and they were saying he's number 2 right now. Top 5 coaches in the NFL right now. Number 1, Reed.
Yeah.
Number 2, I'm going
John Harbaugh.
John Harbaugh.
Yeah.
Number 3, I'm going
Mike Tomlin.
he's top 5, but
Consistent.
I'm going with
DeMeco Ryans.
no, Lions.
Oh, well, yeah, you're right.
Number 3, I'm going to go.
the frick's his name?
Why are we having brain farts? You didn't get hit in the head.
Yeah. Come on, man. What's
We
his
got to bite his kneecaps off, man. I'm a damn wrestler. I sound like Steve Austin, Stone Cold.
Dan Campbell.
Dan Campbell.
Yeah,
Campbell.
you're right.
Dan
I like that
Campbell
one. Yeah.
is number 3.
Yeah.
I'll go Tomlin 4.
Yeah.
And then 5. I don't
DeMeco
even know
Ryan.
if he's top 5. I don't know if I'm giving DeMeco top 5 right now.
Turned that whole franchise around.
Yeah,
fast.
because they had the talent. Is that more Caserio? Might be more Caserio.
Still have to coach it.
McVay 5? Is he 5?
I don't think he's 5. I mean, he hasn't really done anything lately.
He won a Super Bowl.
He won a Super Bowl, what, in 2021?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I do believe so.
2022. Yeah, but a 2021 season.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but since then, though, he's really done nothing. I mean, got to the Super Bowl against the Patriots and got embarrassed a little
Hey,
bit.
Bill, I just want to say I'm really a big
Puppy dog
fan,
Bill.
man. I know how hard you work. I know everything you do is so impressive, man.
Yeah. I just don't see how I can be up that high, though, with some of those other guys.
No, he's not number 2 or 3.
No. I mean, Andy Reid's an easy one. I think
Andy Reid's number
Harbaugh's an
1.
easy one.
Harbaugh's, yeah.
I think Tomlin in the top 5 is an
Tomlin's
easy one.
in there, top 5.
Yeah.
Campbell,
Dan Campbell, easy top 5. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think McVay is a good coach. I think he might be a little overrated because when people are saying he's the second best coach in the NFL, that's overrating the guy big time.
Yeah.
You know, I like the defensive-minded head coaches a little bit. I think they're more consistent. I think the offensive ones have more spikes, like, more highs than lows. I know Andy Reid's considered an offensive coach.
He's kind of old school, though, so he's
that's what I
like
mean.
Bill. He's both sides.
Yeah, he's
Did you
not the new school offensive side. Neither is
type
Campbell.
in McVay gets hit in the head. Did you ever see this?
No.
He's coming, like literally, he's walking on the sideline, and one of his players, watch this. He almost type McVay hitting chin.
Probably have to put Sean McVay.
Yeah. He get freaking rocked. This one right here. Here, watch this. Watch this. So the player runs past him, and almost gets the KO. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
That's the Patriots special teams coach.
Go back. Smack!
Oh my goodness!
The player didn't stop.
Rams have the football. We come back.
Dude, that's a little CTE right there.
Actually, we'll stay.
That rattled his brain.
That was a shot.
That was a shot. That's a Mike Tyson. Speaking of Mike Tyson,
He's fighting soon.
he's fighting this weekend, isn't he?
Yeah. You excited
Is
for
that
it?
Saturday?
Yeah.
No, I don't give a shit. I really don't.
Think he's going to win?
No, he's 50-something years old.
What if he wins? No, he's I think older than that.
Well, if he should, he's a professional boxer. He hasn't boxed in like 20 years though. He's fighting how old is Jake? Whatever Paul kid is, he's like 27, 28.
Yeah, Mike Tyson's 58.
God, he might have a heart attack. I'm surprised he didn't have an issue training. Like
He looked pretty jacked. Did you see the
he
thing?
looks. So here's the thing: when you get old like that, when you're in your late 50s, you ever see like the old man where like they're like,
like delayed?
It's just like yeah, he looks good with the mitts, but it's also that's a guy saying 1, 2, and he's hey. He's gonna be in a ring where a guy might just do this to him and not punch him, and he's like reacts and then throws a hook and just.
What if he goes out though and just beats the shit out of Jake?
I mean,
Paul. Just
I don't think
levels him.
it's a terrible fight. I
Mike
can't believe
Tyson
it. It's a terrible fight.
Mike Tyson in his like prime was the most dominant fighter
Of course.
ever.
Of course.
I mean, he was
but he's
scary.
60 years old.
He was scary.
He also has been punched in the head and knocked out multiple times. He
has
can't
CTE.
get hit in the head. If he gets hit in the head, he's going to get wobbled. Like the dude's 60, he's 58 years old.
Are they wearing
When I'm 58
headgear?
years old, I don't know what I'd be doing.
Are they wearing headgear?
No. It's a real fight. It's ridiculous. I'm surprised it even got sanctioned, but it's in Texas.
I don't think it like really is sanctioned.
It has to be though. I think
they signed like waivers and shit like that.
it's stupid.
Surprised they have to go to like Thailand.
I'm
to do
excited
it.
for John Jones, the UFC event. I might go actually.
Where?
It's in New York.
When? This weekend?
Saturday.
Oh.
I might take the Excella. It's 3 hours. Boom. Get down there. They're gonna come on at midnight, so I could get down there for the main event. Starts at 8.
You gonna get tickets from Dana?
Yeah. Hit him a
Say,
text.
let me in.
Hi. Put me in the nosebleeds, please.
I don't know. Is Chandler gonna be there?
Yeah, I talked to him.
Would you be a little
He's doing
worried
great.
if Chandler's there?
Chandler's doing great.
Oh, is he?
He's doing great.
So what about Chandler
He
coming
is-
back to the Patriots?
I'd bring Chan back.
Oh,
He's still got. He is good. He's
how old is Chandler
everything's
now?
fine. He had a problem. He fixed it. He's not on social media. Everything's good.
He's 34. He's got plenty of.
He could still play. He's really good.
Freak.
He's a freak.
Yeah.
So Chandler,
so you'd be up for Chandler coming to back to New England?
Yep, he could stay with me.
Well, he knows Mayo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He knows Mayo.
Oh, he's going to stay with you?
He could. I said he could stay with me. I would let him stay with me.
You would?
Yes.
Ooh, there we go. I think the rumor is going to start now. Rob Ninkovich, former Patriot star Rob Ninkovich, says that Chandler Jones will be back with the Patriots.
No, I didn't say that. I said he can still play. And
he can stay with you.
He can stay with me.
Hopefully it ended up like Antonio Brown. See, the whole thing, too, it was like when they talked about Antonio Brown's CTE thing when he was living with Brady.
It's not CTE.
I know, but remember he was saying that like people were kind of dogging him a little bit when he was saying when he was living with Brady that Brady had to watch out for his wife.
What?
You don't remember that?
No.
That when he was in Tampa, he said that like, when he was talking bad about Brady, he's like, you need to watch out for your wife and all that. But he was living at Brady's house.
Oh, he was saying that.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. That's not cool. Guy opens his home to you, gives you
he was
Super Bowl ring. Huh?
He was warning him. It looked like he was correct.
Yeah. That guy.
What's that you have up, TJ? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I want to see that.
Is this the one where he's...
That's the throw that, like, KJ Osborne stepped out of bounds.
Oh, yeah.
Came back in.
This is insane. Now, the more impressive thing, it's not so much the throw. It's the rush. I think they had a B-gap free rusher. So look at the left B-gap. I think the offensive left inside move. Bang. Get out of it. Step out of it right now. Dude, that's... The end zone is way more impressive.
Yeah. That's insane.
That's a good throw. He's basically out of bounds. He throws the ball while he's out of bounds. Puts it right on the line. It's a great throw. Osborne just got to stay in, dude. You guys enjoying the show? There's a few ways that you can support the Dan and Ninko Show. First being subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Or you can become a super fan. Go to danandninko.com. First month is 50% off, so it's only $5 to subscribe. That gives you an exclusive chat with Ninko and I on Discord, access to exclusive content, 15% off our brand new merch store, which has some really cool stuff in it, our members-only merch, and you get notified when we have special guests on the show. All right, so we're back. I think it's time to do some picks this week.
I'm 5 away.
Five back.
This is where I'm
lost one last week.
I'm making a comeback.
Making a comeback here?
Yep.
All right, so the first game is going to be tonight, which is going to be a really good Thursday night game, which doesn't really happen too often, it seems like. You're going to have the Commanders at the Eagles.
I'm going Eagles.
I'll go Commanders in this one.
Let's go.
So that's means I'm up 6 there. Raiders at the Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Yeah, I go Dolphins. Look, I mean, I don't know.
It's a toss-up.
Yeah, Browns at the Saints.
Saints.
I'll go Browns.
Okay.
Colts at the Jets. Jesus Christ, these games suck.
Fuck. Colts at Jets. Jets. Go Colts.
I'm going to go Colts. Anthony Richardson's back.
Okay.
He's starting again. Vikings at the Titans.
Vikings.
Packers at the Bears.
Packers.
You not going to pick your Bears again?
No. Fucking assholes.
Jaguars at the Lions. You going with Mac? Mac's playing again this week.
No, fuck no. Lions. They're going to kick his ass.
Good game here. Ravens at the Steelers.
Ravens.
Yeah, I'm going to go Ravens too.
Yep.
Seahawks at the 49ers.
49ers.
Mm-hmm. Is that it at the bottom there, TJ?
I think
there's more games. Falcons at the Broncos.
Falcons.
Chiefs at the Bills.
I'm going Bills.
I'm also going Bills in that one.
First loss.
Yeah. Bengals at the Chargers. Bengals. Texans at the Cowboys. Monday Night Football.
Texans.
And then we're going to have 1 o'clock here in Foxborough. We're going to have the Los Angeles Rams versus the New England Patriots.
I'm going Patriots.
Wow, you're actually picking the Patriots
Yeah,
this week?
that's a long trip, man. And
Yeah.
the Rams aren't
As good as
they're
what
not
they've been.
as great as what everyone thinks. They
I'm
just
also
need to
going
cover
Patriots.
the Cooper Cup and the flying Hawaiian kid.
Puka Nakua.
Puka Nakua.
I'm also going to go Patriots.
Puka.
That's the reason why, too. Like, look at Puka Nakua, right? Like, he's a number 1 wide receiver, and he was drafted in the 5th round.
Dude, they could have got Cooper Cup. Pats.
Yeah.
He was available.
Yeah, I know.
But
Still, I think he will always be available.
They didn't want to pay the, third
Get a
round
lot
pick
of
or
money.
something? No, they
Well-
wanted compensation like Adams,
Yeah.
which that's too much.
Yeah.
Not doing that.
I really actually like the Patriots in the game. I think the Patriots might go on a little bit of a run here. They don't have a crazy difficult schedule coming up.
I think they're second in the division right now.
Yeah, like they're like tied or something.
Yeah.
Division's so bad.
So bad.
So you have Rams, Dolphins, Colts, Cardinals are your next 4 games. Then you have Bills, Chargers, Bills.
Bills, Chargers, Bills.
Yeah.
That's a tough 3 stretch right there.
I know, but the stretch before it isn't that bad.
Why don't we go to Buffalo?
We say that all the time, and you don't go.
Fucking do it. You still got the van?
Yeah.
I'll drive it. Is it going to be back?
Yeah.
I'll get somebody to drive us. Who would drive us? We can get a driver.
Yeah. Just drive down to Buffalo.
Yeah, it's like a 6-hour
You don't want to fly?
No, fuck no. Be better off
Stay a helicopter.
sit in the van. We could just relax.
Get your snow pants on and everything.
Yeah.
Like your
Do
warm
some
gear.
Tailgating, jump off a table.
Is the Chargers or the Patriots? You gonna go like on the field before the game and throw some passes to Harbaugh?
I'll watch him. You heckle
hang
him.
out down there?
Don't drop a ball. God damn it.
So you go into the game this week?
I think I might, but I got the kids. I don't know.
Your son has to be a Drake May fan now, right?
Yeah, he had the jersey on yesterday. They had red, white, and blue day.
Also,
at
he wore it.
He wore it.
Do you start like tearing up that finally he's wearing a Patriots jersey again?
He's got
Still
he's
have, like,
got Joe
Jefferson,
Burrow,
Burrow.
Josh Allen, Drake May, consistent. Leave it at that.
But you have to be a little bit excited though that he's actually starting to like the Patriots again, right?
Yeah. He likes Drake May. He's a big Drake May fan, and he's a quarterback.
Yeah.
So we actually.
How was flag football?
It was great until the last game. We lost.
What, the championship?
I lost the championship
Again?
Yes.
Why can't you win a champ? Like,
I don't
that's
know,
on coaching
man.
at that point.
So we were undefeated. It was like a tournament style, 6 games in one day. We were undefeated, 5-0, 59 points to nothing, and we go to the championship game. We played a inner city league championship, so the team was fast, very fast, and our kids needed that. They needed to experience that. And it was good. It was a good game. Everett threw a pick 6, start the game off.
Oh, did you start screaming?
And then they got the 2-point conversion. I kicked him off the field. He started crying.
You kicked who off the field?
Everett.
Jesus Christ.
I said, if you're going to cry, get off the field. So we went off the field. Then we got right back on offense. I said, Everett, get back out here. We need you. Marched down the field. We had like 6 completions, 6 for 6. And then we went for a 2-point conversion, got the 2-point conversion, tied the game up 8-8. And then they had one awesome run. Like, you got to give the kid credit. And they beat us 14, was it? I think it was like 14-8.
Wow.
Yeah. I actually have
Low scoring game.
I have the 2-point conversion, actually. Yeah, it was low scoring.
You're not supposed to have your cell phone on the field. While
I
you're
didn't
coaching.
record it. Somebody else did. But I asked him after the game, I said, Everett, he said, you make me nervous. There, I'm going to send this.
Like Captain
TJ, if I
Insano
send you
style?
something, can you pull it up?
Like Captain Insano style nervous?
Well, because I'm standing there with the plays, okay?
Don't fuck
And I
this
know,
up.
but I might be saying, throw it to Harry, throw it to Drew. And I'm telling him who to throw it to. He's like, they're not open. Well, the one I look at it now, I'm like, yeah, he wasn't open. It wasn't open. But he made a play he made a great play.
Does the head coach ever kick you off the field?
No, he was actually in California. He went on that golf trip.
Oh, you were the head
I was
coach?
the head coach. Yeah.
Oh, and you lose again in the championship?
Something about my.
You should have
I
asked.
can't win the big
How come
game.
you didn't get Tom on and talk to the kids before the game? Like huddle them up?
Yeah. I
FaceTime Tom?
I tried to FaceTime Hoyer. I'm like, Hoyer, how many interceptions have you thrown? Just to get him. I wonder if. All right, here we go. All right, I'm right there with the plays. Okay.
Whoa, good throw.
Yeah, good throw. Fist bump. Bang. Yeah. It doesn't help that the referees are like, "Do you see that kid with the Ninkovich jersey on? You think that's his son?" And I'm standing there, I'm like, "Yeah. It's me, guys." They're like, "Oh my God. We thought so."
The common name of Ninkovich.
Yeah. A lot of Ninkoviches here in New England. But anyway, sometimes I'm a little too hard on them, but Captain Insano shows no mercy.
Just behind the backstop.
Yeah, those strikes.
Then just leave.
Don't aim it, throw it. I'd see the truck leave. Damn it. Failed again. All right.
Yeah, we were down in Nashville and with 2-1, number 2 seed, and then got rained out on the bracket play.
All right. Well,
Talked to go way down there for that.
it's cool. Well, I think that's a wrap on 143.
Yep. Yeah. We'll see you guys next week. Check us out on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and we'll see you guys next week.
See you guys.